What's up, guys? Welcome back to another action-packed video on AC Designs Garage, and today is a video y'all been requesting over and over, and I'm much obliged to give it to you. So let me show you what we're fixing to get into, and we'll get to painting. All right, guys, here's our panel we're going to be painting today. This is the door off the 72 C10, the same one the bed's from. But I want you to check out this cool little idea Daddy come up with. It's one of our old racing go-kart stands. We just made us a cool little panel hanger out of. What we're going to do today, let me show you what we've done. All I've done to this door, I 180'd it and then come back with 3 coats of this filler primer, sandable filler primer. It does pretty good. It's not as good as like a 2K, but you know, for what I'm doing, this demo, and you can get by with it. It does pretty good. We're going to see here in a minute, especially when we guide coat, you're going to see how much it filled in and scratches in. Let me show you what we're going to be using today. All this stuff will be linked below. Be a part of my Amazon affiliate links. I make a very small percentage off of qualified purchases at no additional cost to you guys. It just puts in a little place where y'all can scoop it up. Anyway, with that being said, this is what we're going to be using. So, metallic. This is what everybody's been wanting to see. Silver metallic. I hope a can's enough because I was at Lowe's the other day and they only had 1 can. And here's a pro tip for you guys. For some reason at my Lowe's, I always look at the tip. They had 2 cans of this, but the other one had been sprayed. You don't want this stuff if it's been sprayed. You don't want any color on this tip because they'll clog up. Half the stuff might be gone, and this stuff's like $8 a can. Just a little tip for you. We're also going to be clearing it here with our Glamour 2K that we always use from Spray Max. I love this stuff here. None of this stuff's sponsored. This is out of my own pocket. As for my guide coat, they have a powdered guide coat that works good. You just wipe on, but when I do wet sand stuff, I get these dollar cans of just flat black. Make sure you don't get gloss black because it'll gum the paper more. We're just going to dust it on with that. Get your water bottle. I am going to get a bucket of water to let the sandpaper soak in for a little bit. Get some Spray glass cleaner for the final wipe down before we start spraying, or you can use wax and grease, whatever you want to do. And also, here's the primer we used. You're going to want a good flat block. I love these little Durablocks. This thing's probably 6 inches long, maybe 3 by 6. I don't know, it's that hard foam. Also, like we use a lot on our wet sand and stuff, these soft ones to get into some little tighter areas. Because especially on a door that's flat like these, you're going to want a good flat block. Acrylic blocks are better, but most of you guys ain't going to have them, so I like these Durablocks. They're affordable. And last but not least, some good old P600 wet and dry paper. And yeah, I think that's about all we're needing. Besides, we're gonna go over here. Oh, I can't wait to show y'all my new shaker. I got me a new battery powered Sawzall like my buddy Kevin Tates has. I got me a DeWalt. I'm gonna show you here in a minute, but that thing works rad with the Shakemaster 4000. Also, real quick plug while we're here, check out the new logos on the shirts. Just like the hat, they're opened up. I like them better. The back's still the same, but I am gonna show you for you guys that don't know what it looks like. It's super rad. Death before electric. That's right. If you want to scoop one of these up, we got plenty of them in stock. We got up to 3XL. We got a few hats left, so if y'all want to scoop them up, but that's just one way to support the channel, guys. I appreciate all of you guys buying the hats and shirts and Shakemaster 4000s, but make sure you head on over to www.acdesignsgarage.com, scoop you one up. Now back to the live action. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you how I do the guide coat and stuff. It ain't nothing fancy. You don't want to put stripes, heavy stripes. You just want to dust this stuff. And basically what it does, it gives you 2 different colors to look at. As you sand over it, it'll cut the top off, and anything in a low spot is going to be this black stuff here, or whatever color you use. So like I said, make sure you get flat black because the other will clog up your sandpaper. So let's go over here and do a little spraying. So what you're going to do, we're probably a good foot away. You just want to dust this stuff. So I always spray off to the side a little bit, and you just basically just dust it. You don't want any stripes, you don't, and if it's a little light, you just come back and do that. But see how it's got this granite look kind of, or whatever splotchy look. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come back and we're just gonna let it lightly dust like that. But this old cheap stuff, it's like this dollar stuff you buy at Lowe's. Like I said, this thing's not gonna be 1000% straight. I went and filled some chips in it. You just want to dust it on, like I said, no stripes. So you want it to look like that, kind of like a granite or whatever look. We'll come back with a a rag here in a minute, wipe any overspray off of it, just dust, just to get that off of it. But we're gonna use the little Durablock, the harder one. All right, guys, I'm gonna get my bucket of water, fill up the little squirt bottle, and we'll get to sanding this thing so we can get to spraying. Cause I gotta get this edited before tonight. Here we go. All right, guys, what we're gonna do, I throw my block and everything down. We just got a little 5-gallon bucket of water here, and I'm just gonna tear one of these sandpapers in half. But I just take mine and fold them over like that. Get you a good crease in them. Sometimes you can fold them back this way. Today we're gonna be using the 600. You don't want a real coarse paper. Maybe 800 would be good, but I had 600. But you don't want a real coarse paper because your metallics will stand down in there and get all blotchy looking. And all right, real quick, I'm just gonna take and dampen the rag a little bit. And we're just gonna run over it and knock any overspray off. That overspray sometimes will clog up your paper. That's another reason I like to wet sand, because you can rinse out your paper in the bucket. And it don't make a bunch of dust that you gotta wear a respirator. And I don't like wearing respirators unless I have to. But definitely when we start spraying color and clear, I'll link you a respirator below also. I forgot to put that in my lineup over there, but we will put a good 3M respirator. All right, like I said, we just take the way I put these on is I'll just line them up here at that edge. And like the half sheets work good for this. Pull it tight like that. And make sure you fold these down where to stick. Work it in there, and then you can just, when one of them gets clogged up or wore out, you can just fold it and put it over top of it and just keep using it. But what you're gonna wanna do is get you a little squirt bottle with the same water in it. We'll hold this tight, and you're going to spray in a crosshatch pattern, like a long X like this. Let me get a little. I'll go ahead and cut that one out. I was going to show you how it showed up, but I went a little far there. Your 1Ks don't have hardener in them, and your 2Ks have a hardener. It's like your primer plus your hardener is 2K. That's the difference in it. Like 2X, you see this 2X primer and stuff like that? At Lowe's, the Rust-oleum, that's not the same as a 2K primer. It's just, I don't know, it's one of their names, 2X. I guess it's got 2 times more of the paint in it, I don't know. But you want a 2K primer would be your best option. Now this stuff does pretty good, but you can see it still balls up on there. All right, guys, I don't know how good you can see this. Let's wipe this off. All right, you see, maybe y'all can see it. You see where this is light and this is dark, dark, dark. Well, this is your high spot. These are your low spots. So what you'll do is, you can watch it, you'll sand this like this. Now see how that came through? Now we're gonna have to come back and spritz a little primer over that right before we put the silver on, because that will show through the silver. But those are high spots. And there's nothing wrong with cutting through like that, but you can see here there's a low spot here, low spot here, low spot here. So that's how you read your guide coat stuff. I just wanted to show you that real quickly. Let's see if there's anything up here. I can't remember if there was see if I can find some spots here so you can really tell the difference. Grab another rag, wipe that water off so you can really see it good. All right, guys, now maybe you can see it. See, this is just want to give you another example real quick. This is a high spot, and you can keep working it. And basically what you want to do is we'll sand that spot. You can see it's still low around here, still high here. We're still cutting off the top of it. More water. And you just want to do these. You don't want to sand straight like that because you can dig into the panel. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to keep sanding until that high spot goes away, or it starts cutting through real bad one. But All right, you can see it's about gone. There's a little more place right there. One more little humdinger. We'll just keep running around the panel like that. Yeah, the advantage the 2K has is it actually hardens a whole lot better. This stuff here, it clogs your paper up. Like I said, for demo purposes, it works good, but if you can afford a good 2K urethane high build primer, it does make life a lot easier. But yeah, you can see here we still got a few little low spots. I just want to show you our spot here is good and flat. Now we got to start working over. As you can see the little black line there. And that means that's still low and this is high. So we're going to keep sanding and get ready to spray this thing. Once your sandpaper gets filled up on this section, we'll just take and fold it over. Hide that one back under this one. We're probably going to have to use the whole sheet on this thing because it's all 1K stuff here. It clogs the paper up so bad. I don't know how good you can see it. There's a few little low places, and this is how you get them out. All right, let's finish this top up real quick. We got to roll up here on this little section too. We're not doing the jams or anything. All we're gonna do is just this front part. Alright, this up here is doing pretty good. I'm going to get down in the pocket hole where the door handle's at, make sure it's all scratched real good. Get the upper part of the door frame here. Should be good. You may have to get in here without a block, just in some of these little nooks and crannies. Because a lot of places people wonder why their paint starts lifting is in these crevices here. The old crevasse. Because they ain't got no scratches in there. And paint needs a tooth to bite on to hold on. We'll switch back to the firm block where to get in that little crevasse is pretty good there. Got a little sharper edge, even though the sandpaper is about used up. So let's get that edge in there. We may come back with a little bit of red Scotch-Brite. We're gonna see how it looks when we dry it off. Yeah, that might be what we do. I got the bulk of it here. And when I come back, because I got to spray some primer back over these cut throughs. And after that dries, matter of fact, I'm going to wipe it off real quick and we'll blow it dry. We'll touch these up and I'll go eat a bean. Just soak her down real good with this. Give her a wipe. Get all the sludge off of it. Alrighty. Alright guys, here's my 3M mask that I'm going to be wearing. It's I'll get you the numbers. But this one's made for painting, and these are disposable, so you just wear them until these start getting a little clogged up and chunk them. Are like 30 some bucks or something. But eventually I want to get me one of those good ones that goes over your face and your eyes and stuff, because I wear glasses. But I'm gonna put this on real quick and just let y'all watch. I'm just gonna barely just go back and cover these red spots or any dark spots that I see, so it don't show through on the metallic paint. And we're gonna let her sit and go eat a bean and come back. Alright guys, I think I about got everything. There's a little dark spot there, but you don't want to put it on too thick. Like there's a little light spot. You don't want it on too thick because it'll take forever to dry. And we want to be able to just scuff her a little bit when we get back down here and get rid of these little peekaboos. And yeah, I may even turn the old jet heater on towards her and try to cook her real good, and she should be ready to go in about an hour. We should be doing some metallics. Here we go. All right guys, we've had it bean. I just went ahead and run back over that door with the little 600 wet again. Y'all don't need to see that, y'all done saw me sand it, but I just roughed it back up, wiped it off. So I'm gonna show you my new little tool I got here, similar to my buddy Kevin Tates's, but I'm a DeWalt man. We got the one-handed Sawzall. Check out that unit with the Shakemaster 4000. This makes it so much easier. This thing's so lightweight. Let's get us a battery chunked on this unit here. And I'll link one of these things. I love this thing. So much more lightweight, compact. It ain't as bad on your arms. But yeah, here's the Shakemaster 4000s if you guys have never seen them. Made by me, welded by me, painted by me, everything by me. Got my logo in the back. Check that out. All designed up by my buddy Andrew. Here we go. We're gonna load up in the old silver metallic. Get these flakes all shook up. If you hear a bunch of racket, they're over there knocking trees down over here beside me. I don't know why people have to cut every tree down on a piece of property, but hey, it's not mine. Anyways, I get distracted. I got the squirrel problem, you know. Squirrel! But this is how you load this unit up. It comes with this cool little thingamabob here on it. And the cool thing is you can pretend you're John Rambo and you can just shake this thing to pieces. Get her snugged up, don't hog her down. Cool thing is it's got a holster. You just draw this thing. But this thing here makes life a lot easier instead of that big old heavy Sawzall. I am so glad I saw Kevin using one, so I upgraded, because really guys, it's just a one-hand operation. Variable speed, 3,100 strokes per minute. Anywho's, that's good and shook up. All you gotta do is take it off. Back that little thumb screw off. Slide her out, she done. Check out that nice little compact unit now. You'll really be able to hear the excavator destroying the world over there. Yeah, I think this is going to be pretty good. So let me go get that blanket and cover the old white bed side up so I don't get mess over it. I'm going to cover the black side up too, just in case. We'll get a shirt and put on it. All right, guys, we're gonna take the old sprayway here and wipe her down real good. Dry rag, wet rag, wax on, wax off, and we'll get shooting this here metallic metal flakes all over everything. See how she does. This has already been wiped off a couple times, but can't never have anything too clean. Wax and grease mover works great also. Big problem today is this sun is probably going to cook that clear pretty quick, but we're probably going to come back next week with a buffing video on it and buffer out and maybe a two-tone on the other. I don't know, we'll see how much we can get done. She's pretty clean. I gotta get something to cover my tars up down there. Take my dry rag. Just gonna run over, make sure there ain't no little sludge or anything like that on it. I'm trying to film over here. No respect. All right, that's clean as a bean. So, all you gotta do on these cans is take that safety off of it. Keep a rag in your pocket because it'll build up on here and spit big hunks out on it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around the edge. Do your edges first, around the inside, outside the edges, make sure I got all that. We're gonna start at the bottom, work our way up. We may let her set a little bit and tack it because a lot of times with this stuff, it gets a lot of overspray. We're not trying to cover it in one coat. We're just trying to get it even. So we're gonna go back over and get good coverage. We may come back and run a different angle and do a drop coat at the end and we get to clear and shoot it. So let's get at it. Yeah, that's gonna go all over the camera. Woo, look at that, sparklies. Good gravy. Boy, that looks like some custom stuff there, boy. Check it. Good, man. Now notice I'm going completely off of the panel. I'm gonna come back up because this stuff's pretty thin. I'm going completely off the panel. I'm probably about 8 inches or so back. Man, this stuff is sparkly. So you got a little stripe. We'll take care of it. This is just one coat. All right, here we go again. That's tacked where you come up here and I check on the spot up here. But yeah, stuff is flaky, boy. Look at that. Sparklezilla. Not too shabby. All right, let's get another coat on this thing. Right, that's coat number 2. Man, it is bright, bright. Still a little stripy. We're gonna come back and see what we can do with that. Do a little droppy coat on her. We may come back and go this angle like a 45 on it, see what it does. I've got one stinking can, and I really need two. So I don't know that I'm gonna get the exact effect I was wanting, but it don't look bad. Especially you get that clear on her. All right, let's do a little zigzag here on here. Looking a little better, guys. Man, this stuff's pretty good. 2 cans would be gnarly on it, but check that out. Keep pushing the envelope with our painting here. But look at the way that stuff pops. It actually looks like it's got a little multicolor flake in it, maybe. I don't know. But you can see how it's clearing up down here. We're gonna focus on this area one more time here. That's coat number 3. So she's gonna be good. She's gonna be popping with that clear on her. I guess we could two-tone the door next week. What do y'all think? I do got some metallic dark blue in there. You would like to see maybe leave the center of it silver, or maybe that'd be cool even with the center of it dark blue and leave the bottom like that. I don't know. Drop down comments below, let me know. All right, guys, it's about time to put the 4th, hopefully last coat, because this is all I got, guys. If it's not completely all the stripes are gone, I need another can, and they just didn't have one at the store the other day. So we're gonna try to do this all in one can, but she does look pretty daggone good, I think. I will say that metallics are not going to be your friend on painting the whole car, probably, unless you're doing like a stripe, because one of the problems with metallics is you can't control your air pressure. Now, if you're doing it with a spray gun where you got constant 30 psi or whatever, because when this thing drops air pressure, you can hear it as I'm spraying, when it drops air pressure, it's loading up more paint in spots, and that's where you get your stripes from. So we're gonna try to, this lower area looks the worst to me maybe, and I'm just gonna try to, we're gonna dust this last one around and just try to get it to calm down a little bit, and then we're gonna get to clear. So here we go. It spatted. Dadgone it. I went against my own rule. It spit right there. I'm gonna try to cover that up, but you look right there. I will say, the more I do these metallics, I figure stuff out. Don't stop spraying this stuff in the middle of the panel like you would a regular paint gun, where you go out here and let go and come back here and let go. Keep it going, because if you don't, it builds that up. Then when you pull the trigger, it goes like it did there. So let's see if we can fix that. We're gonna shoot her till she's gone. That's all she wrote, folks. Whew. Ain't bad. And you know how good that look with another coat. But anywho's, she's dead empty. It's what we use, metallic titanium silver. All right, guys, time to do the good old 2K clear. If y'all have ever seen this, it comes with this little little button thing on the top. It's got this little peg here, and you just take this. And sometimes these things are a little tough. The easiest way to do them, don't slam it down because you can break this tip off. What I do is, you can just set it down like that. That's all you got to do. What that does is that punctures that that bladder in there, and it shoots the hardener up there into the clear. Like I say, there ain't but one way to skin a cat, and one way to shake some paint. Good old Shake Master 4000 here. She gets the job done. Good talk. I'd say that's shooken enough. So we're gonna go ahead and check this door real quick and make sure she's ready, which she should be. Now, these things here's got cool tips. They'll spray this way or that way, but I think they're usually set up vertical like a normal spray pan. You just take and twist this little black thing right here. So, all right, let's go out here and check and make sure, which I know it is. It's out in the old sunshine. We're gonna put about 3 coats on this thing, I think. We're just gonna make sure that she's covered good, and we'll cut and buffer next week. Which way is the wind blowing? I want to blow on my camera. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna go around here and go around right here, probably down the sides around, box it off like I normally do. You want to do a 75% overlap. So what that means, since we got lines here, if you spray this, when you come back down, you're gonna drop down to where this basically up on that line there. So you want to cover 75% of it every time. That way you get enough. I'm gonna do 3 coats because I'm gonna cut and buff it. What you do is you come back here on one of these spots inconspicuous, ain't coming off, so let's try her out. Man, that makes it look a whole lot better. All right, now we're gonna work down. Right, there's 1 coat, and I'm about 3 or 4 inches, guys, basically probably about the thickness of the can. I'm about here off of it on this. I like to keep it good and tight and just overlap it and put a bunch on it, because this tip don't put the most out. But I will say, man, alive, that stuff looks pretty good. She gets some coarse flake. Like I said, if you would have shot it over any red, there'd be red spots. 1 more can would have been optimal to get, because there's a little hazing here and there on the bottom, I think, but I just run out. But yeah, I wish I'd had another can. Would have been a whole lot better off. But I'm gonna let it tack to where it don't string off your finger. I'm gonna come back here on the back side, and if it feels like the back side of a piece of tape to where it's just sticky but not stringing, should be ready for the next coat. Alright guys, hope y'all enjoyed that little video on the old silver titanium metallic Rust-oleum rattle can paint job with the 2K clear. I hope it helped you out. I hope it cleared up some questions maybe y'all had. It's not easy, guys. I'm not going to tell you it is. But if you follow the way I did it and just kind of keep overlapping, because it's going to make stripes, you just got to vary the stripes basically is how you do it. Come back and do you a nice fog over drop coat to kind of even everything out. But make sure you keep dropping down the comments. I really appreciate y'all giving me video ideas. It's hard to come up with 52 videos a year. One a week is tough doing the same thing, and I enjoy it. I like to paint. It's helping you guys out. I've heard a lot of you guys doing projects, and they're turning out great. So that's good for y'all. Y'all keep that up. Also, I want to thank you guys for the continued support with the Shakemaster 4000s, the t-shirt sales, hat sales, all that good stuff. And remember, guys, be kind to one another. Jesus loves you, so do we. God bless. We gone.